Hello, good morning everybody. So cardiovascular system consists of the component of this cardiovascular system are the heart, blood vessels, arteries, arterioles, capillary, venules, vein and sinusoid. So you see this cardiovascular system including this heart and blood vessels. So this system, the heart and blood vessels, they take blood from the heart to various tissue are called the artery. So these one are the distributing channels. It carries the oxygen blood from heart to different part of this body. Name is given the artery. So blood vessel that take blood from the heart to various tissue called the arteries. And smallest artery I'll call the arteriole. So this one are the small artery. Ending part of this artery name is given this small artery distributing artery vessels or the arteriole. So arteriole are the resistance vessels. So these are the smallest artery are called the arteriole. So arteriole open into the network of the capillary that prevent the tissue exchange of the various substance between the blood and the tissue that take place through the wall of the capillary. At the some place, capillary are replaced by slightly different vessels called the sinusoid. So this one are the ending part of this exchange of these blood vessels, capillary and sinusoid. So blood from capillary or the sinusoid is collected by the small venules. So this one are the small capillary and this one are the small venules or the venous part of this end of this venous blood. So this blood from the capillary or sinusoid is collected by small venules that join to form a vein. So this one are the from large venules to the vein. So vein is nothing but from the sinusoid or the capillary is collected by the small venules that join to form a vein. The vein returns the blood to the heart. So it receives the blood, deoxygenated blood from the right atrium and right ventricle by the vein, both superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and coronary sinus. So upper half and lower half of this body, it receives the deoxygenated blood through the vein and it collects from to the heart at the right side of this heart or the right atrium. So blood vessels deliver the nutrient, oxygen and hormones to the cells of the body at a removal metabolic waste product and the carbon dioxide from them. So the vein return the blood to the heart. So this whole system name is given this cardiovascular system including heart and blood vessels. Blood vessel including this artery, arteriole, capillary, sinusoid, venules and vein. This closed system name is given this systemic circulation and this blood goes into this vein, into the lungs to form a oxygenated and it receives back to the pulmonary vessels to the left atrium. So this one are the oxygen blood through the pulmonary vein and artery. So this name is given this pulmonary circulation. In between this circulation, name is given this portal circulation. So systemic circulation, portal circulation and pulmonary circulation, these three circulate by in our body by through the artery and vein. So what is blood vessels? So blood vessels, it is the tubular channels, serve as a medium for the transportation of the various agents, example oxygen, carbon dioxide. Cardiovascular system is a closed system, including the heart. It is a pumping force muscular pump. It facilitates the circulation of the blood through all the tissue and organ of the body by its rhythmic contraction. Pump blood to tissue at the high pressure. So this one are the cardiovascular system and blood vessels. So blood channels divide into these arteries. These one are the elastic artery, muscular artery, arterioles, capillary and vein, venules or sinusoid. Then vein divide into these two types, superficial vein and deep vein. And lymphatic channels are two types, superficial lymphatic blood vessels and deep lymphatic blood vessel. So this one are the blood channels. So general structures of the artery are in tunica intima. Tunica intima, it is the innermost layer made up of these three components: endothelium, basal lamina, subendothelial connective tissue, and internal elastic lamina. This one are the tunica intima. So endothelium is the simple squamous epithelium lining the intima. Basal lamina are the basement membrane of the lining cells. Subendothelial connective tissue are the loose tissue connective tissue beneath the endothelium. And tunica intima is limited by the fenestrate layer of this elastic tissue called the internal elastic lamina. So these one are the basic structures of this tunica intima. Now tunica media. This layer consists of the concentrically arranged smooth muscle cells, elastic fibers and the reticular fibers. Their concentration depend on the nature of these vessels. So artery, either vein, it is separated from the tunica adventitia by fenestrated layer of this elastic tissue, external elastic lamina. So this one are the tunica media contain the elastic fibers, smooth muscles and external elastic lamina. Now tunica adventitia or tunica externa. So tunica adventitia, it is the outermost layer of this vessel's wall. It consists of the longitudinally arranged collagen and the reticular fibers, which gradually merge with the connective tissue of the surrounding structures. Thus, it mainly anchored the blood vessels to the neck-bearing vessels. So, connective tissue and the collagen fibers are in the vasa vasorum. This one are the part of this tunica adventitia. In large vessels, this layer consists of the network of these blood vessels providing nutrition to them called the vasa vasorum. So what is vasa vasorum? It is on blood vessels. So name is given this vasa vasorum. So this one are the three general structures of the arteries. So you see this diagram. This one are the endothelium, basal lamina, subendothelial connective tissue, internal elastic lamina. This part are the tunica media, external elastic lamina, and these are the tunica adventitia. So what is the endothelium? So endothelium are the monolayer of the flattened polygonal cells resting on the basement membrane. So these cells are the flattened cells. They all are the rest on the basement membrane. Name is given this endothelium. It lines the inner surface of this heart and blood vessels. Many endothelial cells show the invagination of the cell's membrane. So this one are the sometimes the inner and the outer invagination meet to from the channel passing right across the cells. These features of seen in situation where vessels wall and highly permeable. Adjoining endothelial cells are the linked by the tight junction and also by the gap junction. Externally, they are supported by the basal lamina. So this one are the endothelium. So what is the function of this endothelium? So endothelium providing a smooth internal lining to the heart and the blood vessels. Endothelial cells perform a number of these functions like this: maintain selective permeability barrier between the blood and interstitial fluid. Hence, they allow the simple diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. They are the active transport of the glucose, amino acid, electrolyte, and the receptor-mediated endocytosis of the low-density lipoprotein. LDL and cholesterol. Luminar surface is coated with glycocalyx is also secrete the anticoagulant and the antithrombogenic agent such as heparin, tissue plasminogen activator from the non-thrombogenic barrier, and modulate blood flow and the vascular resistance by the secreting vasoconstrictor. It secretes the steroid store one Wilbur factor wrote like the so it regulates the immune response, synthesis growth factor, maintain the extracellular matrix, antibody to WF serve as a marker for the tumor arising from the endothelium. This one are the endothelium. Now what is the subendothelial connective tissue? So subendothelial connective tissue, it is a thin but variable. It also termed as the lamina propria. In smallest vessels, they are replaced by the pericyte. So this one are the subendothelial connective tissue. It contains fibrocoagulant, few fibroblasts, and the occasionally smooth muscle cells. So this one are the subendothelial connective tissue. Now tunica media. It contains the smooth muscles and the elastic fibers. The smooth muscle cells are the spindle-shaped cells with elongated nuclei. Contraction of the smooth muscles will cause the reduction of the vessel's lumen and hence rise the pressure on the proximal side. They synthesize the secrete the elastin, collagen and other component of this ECM. So mesenchymal cells are multifunctional in artery, migrate the proliferation to replace the damaged endothelial. They undergo fatty degeneration and from the erytheromatous plaque. So this one are the smooth muscle cells. Now 3-layer in artery, tunica intima. This one are the innermost layer are the tunica intima. This layer, second layer are the tunica media and outermost layer are the tunica adventitia. Why the word artery? It means the air tube. After the death, when the rigors mortis pass over, liquid fluid is collected in the dilated vein. So artery become empty after the death, but not always. Sometimes air bubbles appear within a artery due to the decomposition. So name is given the artery. Here you can see this diagram. There is a 3-layer of this major artery, tunica intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. So thickest coat in the artery is tunica media. So what is the difference between this tunica media and artery and vein? So in tunica media, in artery there is a thicker in compared to the tunica media of this vein. But tunica adventitia is thinner in compared to the tunica adventitia of this vein. So this one are the basic two difference between the structures of this artery and vein. So here also you can see this lumen of this artery and vein. So artery lumen are the large, small and circular lumen. Here there is a large lumen. Tunica media is more thicker in compared to the vein, and tunica adventitia is more thicker in vein in compared to the artery. So these are the basic three difference between this artery and vein. So what is the difference between this artery and vein? You see this artery, the wall of an artery is thick as compared to the vein of the same size. In vein, the wall of this vein is relatively thin. In histological section, the lumen of an artery is always patterned. The lumen of this artery may be collapsed. Internal elastic lamina is well defined in medium size and the small size artery. It is not seen in vein. Tunica media contain the elastic and the muscular tissue in much larger quantity as compared to the vein. But in tunica media of vein consists of the collagen and muscular tissue. Tunica media is thicker than adventitia. Tunica media of the vein is thinner than the adventitia. Tunica adventitia of an artery is made up of this connective tissue. The tunica adventitia of a large size vein is made up of these muscles and elastic fibers. In an artery, all the three coat intima, media and adventitia can be well differentiated. But in vein, in the small and medium sized vein, the three coat are not well defined. So these one are the major difference between this artery and vein. So what is the classification of this artery? So artery is classified into the elastic artery or the large size artery, medium size artery or muscular artery and arteriole. So this one are the muscular artery, this one are the vein, this one are the small artery and this one are the small arterioles and the capillaries. So these are the difference between this classification of this. First, elastic artery. So elastic artery name is given this large size artery or the conducting vessels. So main function is to conduct the blood from the heart to muscular artery. Thus its function is withstand the systolic pressure and also maintain the blood pressure during the diastole of the heart by the recoiling of their elastic fiber. Example of this elastic artery, there is a large size artery like aorta, pulmonary trunk and their branches. Example, brachiocephalic, common carotid and synovial artery, both are the branches of this aorta. In common iliac artery, this one are the terminal branch of this aorta. So this one are the example of this elastic artery. They are the large conducting vessels. The innermost layer is called the tunica intima or the tunica intima. It consists of an endothelial line. Here you can see this large artery. This one are the section of this large artery. In HN stain, hemoctinoxyl eosinophil stain. So large artery it contains the three coat. So innermost layer is called the tunica intima or the tunica coat. It consists of this endothelial. This one are the innermost endothelial lining, a thin layer of this glycoprotein which lies the external aspect of the endothelium, and it called the basal lamina. Delicate layer of subendothelial connective tissue consists of this contractile smooth muscles wall cells, which is the responsible for forming the ECM, collagen, and the elastic fibers of this layer. Tunica intima is limited by the layer of this elastic tissue, internal elastic lamina, which is less prominent due to the underlying tunica media. Outside the tunica intima lies the thickest middle layer tunica media. This middle layer are the tunica media. The tunica media consists of predominantly elastic tissue and few smooth muscles fiber. The elastic fibers form the fenestrated concentric lamina, alternating with smooth muscle cells. The number of these laminar of the elastic fibers is directly proportional with the diameter of the artery and age of the individual. Some collagen fibers are also present in this layer, but fibroblasts are absent. In hypertension, the size and number of elastic lamina increase due to the increase the blood pressure. So elastic fibers are the more number in condition of this higher blood pressure or increase the blood pressure. Tunica media is limited by the membrane from the elastic fiber or external elastic lamina. This one are the external elastic lamina. The outermost layer is called the tunica adventitia. This layer are the tunica adventitia. This one are the thick. This coat consists of the connective tissue in which the collagen fibers are prominent. This layer prevent the under the stretch or distension of the artery. Example: aorta, carotid artery, subclavian artery, axillary artery, and iliac artery. This one are the example of the elastic artery. Now here you can see this ocean stain, different stain of the elastic fiber stain. This one are the dark brown in color. So these fibers are the elastic fibers. These are the slide of this large artery or the aorta transverse section. Innermost layer are the tunica intima. This one are the tunica media. This one are tunica adventitia. Within this tunica media, here there is a elastic fiber selectively stained dark brown. This one are the elastic fibers. In between this elastic fiber, there is a smooth muscle cells in the tunica media. So smooth muscles in the medial media, there is a less amount in compared to the elastic fibers. So name is given this elastic artery or the large artery. So elastic artery showing the elastic fibers. This section are the HN stain. So here you can see not the elastic fibers because in ocean stain dark brown color of this elastic fibers you can indicate the elastic artery. Second, elastic artery in tunica intima, internal elastic membrane is not clearly visible. In tunica media, thickest of the three layer, and it contains the high proportion of the elastic fiber in the form of the sheet or the lamina, and between them smooth muscle cells, collagen fibers, and the ground substance. Tunica adventitia, connective tissue, and the vasa vasorum. So these one are the basic three main character features of this elastic artery. Now second one are the muscular artery. So muscular artery also name is given the medium size artery. In muscular artery, as a artery, divide the redivision, the size of the artery decrease. After the elastic artery, the next membrane in the muscular artery. The muscular artery have the more smooth muscles fiber in the media than the elastic fibers. So internal elastic lamina clearly visible only in the muscular artery. In tunica media contain the 75% of the smooth muscle cells. So this one are the intima, contain the endothelium, basal lamina, subendothelial connective tissue, and internal elastic lamina. So this internal elastic lamina is clearly visible in muscular artery, In tunica media, it contains the smooth muscle cells and less amount of this elastic fiber. So these one are the basic features of this muscular artery. So muscular artery have a more smooth muscle fiber in the medium than the elastic fibers. The transition from of the elastic to the muscular artery is not abrupt. There is a gradual reduction in elastic fibers and increase in smooth muscles content in the medium from the elastic artery to muscular artery. So muscular artery can alter the size of the lumen because of this concentration or relaxation of the smooth muscles in the wall. Therefore, they regulate the amount of this blood flowing into the region supplied by them. Hence, they are also called the distributing artery. So, in tunica intima, here tunica intima, there is a structures of the tunica intima like elastic artery with endothelium lining the lumens, endothelial cells resting on basement membrane with underlying connective tissue. Internal elastic lamina in the muscular artery is more prominent due to underlying smooth muscles fiber in muscular media. So this one are the internal elastic lamina. It is visible only in muscular artery. Tunica media, it is made up of mainly of the smooth muscles and the some elastic fibers in between. Longitudinally arranged muscles is present in medial media of the artery. They undergo repeated stretching or the breathing. Example of this such artery are the coronary, carotid, axillary and the palmar artery. And in tunica adventitia of the muscular artery consist of these collagen fibers, fibroblast and elastic fibers. In addition, they will have vasa vasorum and the nervosa. The adventitia of the muscular artery is relatively thicker than that of this elastic artery. You see this diagram of this muscular artery. This one are the internal elastic lamina. It well developed. Tunica media contains the 75% of the smooth muscles and less amount of these elastic fibers. And tunica adventitia are these more thicker in compared to the elastic artery. So here you can see the section of this muscular artery. Internal elastic lamina, it is well developed. Tunica media, it is more thicker in compared to the tunica media of this vein. Here there is a more amount of the smooth muscle fibers and less amount of these elastic fibers. In elastic artery, there is more amount of this elastic fiber and less amount of the smooth muscles. But in muscular artery, there is a more amount of the smooth muscles and less amount of this elastic fibers. So name is given this muscular artery and elastic artery. So you can see this compare the different stain. In ocean stain, there is a less amount of these elastic fibers seen within this tunica media. 1 when it indicates the tunica intima, 2 is indicate the tunica media and 1 is indicate the tunica adventitia. So both section are the different. These are the HN stain, this one are the Ocean stain. So in HN stain you can identify the smooth muscles fibers and its nucleus, it is well demarcated in tunica media. In internal elastic lamina it is well visible in the tunica intima of the muscular. Now third one, it is the arteriole. So arteriole, it is nothing but it is small arteries. Absence of internal elastic lamina in the most of these arteriole. Thin layer of the smooth muscle cells at the media. Adventitia is thin and ill-defined and the consist of the collagen fibers. So arteriole, when the trace distally muscular artery progressively decrease in caliber till they have the diameter of about the 100 micrometer. They become the continuous with arterioles. The large or the muscular arterioles are the 100 to 50 micrometer in diameter. So arteriole less than 50 micrometer in diameter called the terminal arteriole. All the three layers, tunica adventitia, tunica intima and tunica media, are thin as compared to the artery. In arteriole, the adventitia is made up of this thin network of the collagen fibers. So all three layers, tunica intima, media and adventitia. And arteriole of this tunica are the main regulator of this peripheral vascular resistance. Contraction and relaxation of the smooth muscles present in the wall of this arteriole can alter the peripheral vascular resistance for the blood pressures and the blood flow. Muscular artery can be distinguished from the true artery by their small diameter. They do not have internal elastic lamina. They have few layers of the smooth muscles in their media. And in case of terminal arteriole, can be distinguished from the muscular artery, or they have the diameter less than 50 micrometer. Smallest terminal arteriole having diameter as small as 12 micrometer. They have only a thin layer of these muscles in their wall. They give off the lateral branch in the capillary bed. So this one are the arteriole. The initial segment of each lateral branch is surrounded by a few smooth muscle cells. These muscle cells constitute the precapillary sphincter. This sphincter regulates the flow of this blood to the capillary. So here you can see this diagram. There is a arteriole in compared to this muscular artery. So here there is all three layer. You can see tunica media, intima and adventitia. But in compared to muscular artery, they are all three layer are the thin. So this one are the arteriole. And one there is a arteriole. It connecting between this capillary network. This one are the sphincter relax. So the initial segment of each lateral branch is surrounded by a few smooth muscle cells. These muscles are constituted precapillary sphincter. So this one are the precapillary sphincter relaxation. So this one are the sphincter regulate the flow of this blood to the capillary. So it regulate the blood to flow at the capillary network. This one are the capillary network. This one are the thorograph channels, and this one are the venous end of this sinusoid, the venous end of this. So this name is given this anastomosis. Now what is the resistance vessel or the arterioles? So less than 100 micrometer, characterized by the thick wall and the small lumen. Normal ratio of the thickness to diameter of the vessel's wall is 1:2. In large arteriole, all three chords are present, 2 to 3 layer of the smooth muscles, tunic, and terminal arterioles, only one layer of the smooth muscle cells. Capillaries, this one are the terminal arterioles are the continuous into the capillary plexus that prevent the tissue supply. So our thin wall endothelial line microscopic vessels that connect the arterioles and the venules. Thus the flow of this blood through the capillary is called the microcirculation. It are the two type of this capillary, continuous and the fenestrated capillary. So here you can see this capillary are the lined by a single layer of these flat cells known as the endothelium. So this one are the endothelial cells. These cells are the pericyte, smooth muscle cells, and near there is a blood vessels. So endothelial cells are the structures of this capillary. The wall of this capillary lined by the endothelial cells resting on the basement membrane. So overlying the basal lamina there is a delicate network of this reticular fiber called the in some capillary specialized branching cells may be present called the pericyte. So this one are the special cells name is given this pericyte. Specialized branching cells may be present called the pericyte. Pericyte or the adventitial cells contain the contractile filament in the cytoplasm. They mainly provide the support to the capillary wall and control the lumen size. So here there is a capillary structures of this capillary. So capillary are the smallest blood vessels. The average diameter of capillary is 8 micrometer. Exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, fluid and the various molecules between the blood and the tissue take place through the wall of this capillary plexus. The arrangement of the capillary plexus and its density varies from tissue to tissue. The density being greatest in the tissue having the high metabolic activity. So here there is a type of this capillary. First, continuous capillary. Cells are held by the tight junction. Presence of the pinocytic vesicle in the endothelial cells indicate the mode of this transepithelial, transcytosis, transport cytoplasm to epithelial cells. Present in the most of the tissue known as the somatic capillary, like the skin, connective tissue, muscles, lung and the brain. So continuous capillary are end of these endothelial cells fuse and form the continuous capillary wall. In the continuous capillary, exchange of this material between the blood and the tissue take place through the cytoplasm of the endothelial cells. In continuous capillary, it's seen in skin, connective tissue, muscles, lung and brain. So here you can see this diagram of this continuous capillary. This one are the endothelial cells, lumen and pericyte. So continuous capillary are the type of this end of this epithelial cells fuse and form the continuous capillary wall. So this one are the continuous capillary. So second are the fenestrated capillary. It present of this wide pore between the cells. Pore are closed by a layer of this mucoprotein called the diaphragm. Presence in pancreas, in endocrine gland, interstitial villi, choroid plexus, ciliary process of eye, kidney known as the visceral capillary. The permeability is more increased to double during the inflammation or the insect bite. So this one are the fenestrated capillary seen in renal glomeruli, intestinal villi, endocrine gland and the pancreas. See this diagram, this one are the fenestrated capillary. In this type capillary wall are fenestration. The fenestration are the closed by the thin diaphragm. So this one are the pore in between this two cells of the endothelial cells. This one are the basal lamina endothelial cells. Here there is a pore and these cells are the pericyte. So this type of this capillary wall has fenestration. The fenestration are closed by a thin diaphragm which may be representatively thin out cytoplasm of an endothelial cells or only the basal lamina. Some fenestrated represent the area where the endothelial cells cytoplasm has pore passing through the entire thickness of the cells. So fenestrated capillary are seen in renal glomeruli, intestinal villi, endocrine gland and the pancreas. This one are the fenestrated capillary. It is not continuous, so name is given the fenestrated capillary. Sometimes you can see the discontinuous capillary. So discontinuous capillary, you can see the organ of the specific called as the sinusoidal capillary. They are found in spleen, liver and the bone marrow. Spleen, liver and bone marrow. They show gap between the neck bearing endothelial cells. They are the more irregular and the large diameter. They are associated with the specialized cells of the tissue. Brain capillary, like pore pinocyte vesicle, thus maintain the blood-brain barrier. Renal glomeruli have the fenestrated capillary, but pores are not closed by the diaphragm, but having thick basal lamina. Capillary are replaced by the cavernous or the dilated space or the sinusoid. In sex organ, penis and placenta. Cavernous venous sinus of the skull and in splenic pulp. So this one are the different type of this capillary. So tunica layers are not so prominently present in the capillary of the venule. So this one are the section of this capillary. So peripheral blood vessels, you can palpate the carotid artery pulsation. Second, you can palpate the brachial artery pulsation. Third, radial artery pulsation. Fourth, there is a femoral artery pulsation. Fifth, there is a popliteal fossa, popliteal artery pulsation. Sixth, there is a posterior tibial artery pulsation. And seventh, there is a dorsalis pedis artery pulsation. So this one are the several sites where the artery pulse are routinely you can palpated. Now sinusoid. So what is the sinusoid? It is the large irregular vascular space. Connect the arterioles with venules or the venules with the venules. Replace capillary in certain organ. Heart, liver, spleen, placenta, red bone marrow, suprarenal, parathyroid gland, and the carotid blood body, and the anterior pituitary gland. These one are the triplets capillary in certain organ. There is a sinusoid. The sinusoid are wider with irregular lumen, size 30 to 40 micrometer, with sluggish flow of the blood in it. Thin wall or the pore but sit are not closed by the diaphragm. The wall are incomplete and absence of the continuous basal lamina. Contain the reticuloendothelial cells of the phagocytic system. Kupffer cells among the liver cells. So this one are the sinusoid. Now histology of this vein. So the vein, they are the capacitation having the capacity to distend or the collapse. In small vein, tunica media is absent. In cerebral meningeal vein, dural sinus muscular layer are absent. So dural venous sinus, pial vein, retinal vein, vein in spongy bone, and the erectile tissue of the penis are without muscles in their wall. So vein are the basic structures of the vein is similar to that of the artery. The tunica intima, media and adventitia can be distinguished especially in the large artery. Structure of this vein different from the artery in the example. The wall of this vein is thinner than that of the artery. Tunica media contain the more collagen fiber than in artery. Amount of the elastic fibers of the smooth muscles is much less because above the mentioned difference, the wall of this vein is easily compressed. After that, the veins are usually collapsed. In contrast, artery retain their patency. So these one are the basic difference between this artery and vein. The valve of this vein are in big vein, subendothelial layer is thick, media is small but muscular. In limb vein, adventitia is biggest. Layer contain the muscles, vasa vasorum and lymphatic. In valvulus vein are present in heart, in head and neck, abdomen and pelvis. Vein are lying away from the pressure point in the limb. Sometimes there is a valve present in the, mostly there is a valve of the vein are present. Most vein contain the valves that allow the flow of the blood toward the heart but prevent its regurgitation in the opposite direction. Typically, each vein is made up of these two semilunar cups. Each cup is a fold of the endothelium. Within there is some connective tissue that is rich in elastic fibers. Valves are absent in very small vein, vena cava vein, within the cranial cavity in the vertebral canal. Flow of this blood through the vein is arrested by the concentration of these muscles in their wall. It is also assisted by contraction of the surrounding muscles, especially when the latter are enclosed in deep fascia. So this is the vein. You see this section of this large vein. There is a tunica intima. Tunica media contain the smooth muscle fibers, collagen fibers, and tunica adventitia contain its own blood vessels. Name is given this vasa vasorum. So large vein and section of this large vein schematic diagram showing the three-layer tunica adventitia is thicker than the media and contain the smooth muscles fiber. So this one are the section of this large vein. Medium size vein, there is a thick tunica adventitia, rich collagen fibers. So tunica adventitia is thick and rich collagen fibers. This one are the wall of this lumen are the collapse. Tunica media thin and not the fold. Very few elastic fibers in tunica media. This one are the section of this medium size vein. Tunica intima, tunica media, tunica adventitia. So tunica medium size vein cross section showing the different wall layer in the lumen. Magnified view of this wall of this layer. Tunica media contain less amount of the smooth muscles and the elastic fibers. So smooth muscles, tunica media is thinner in compared to tunica adventitia. Tunica adventitia, there is one blood vessels, name is given this vasa, vasorum. So A is indicate lumen. So this one are the tunica intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. This D is indicate the tunica media and E is indicating endothelial, subendothelial connective tissue. This one are the tunica media and this C are indicate the tunica adventitia. So veins still have the three basic layers, tunica adventitia, media and tunica intima. But the elastic and the muscular component are less prominent. Smooth muscles layer are used to contract or dilate the vein to accommodate change in blood volume. So large vein, more than 1 cm in diameter, example superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Endothelium and subendothelial connective tissue are present. Tunica intima, well developed. Tunica media are thin in compared to tunica intima. Less smooth muscles and elastic fibers and more connective tissue in tunica media. Tunica adventitia, it is more thicker in compared to tunica media. So well developed and the thicker than the media. Both internal and external elastic lamina are poorly defined. So these one are the basic structures of this large vein. Medium sized vein are 1 to 10 mm in diameter. Example femoral vein, superior mesenteric vein. So all layer of this thinner in compared to the large vein. Tunica intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. In tunica intima is very thin endothelium and the thin subendothelial connective tissue. Tunica media less muscular, few smooth muscles fiber. Tunica adventitia well developed and thicker than the tunica media. So this one are the basic difference between this large vein and medium size. So vein still have the three basic layer, tunica adventitia, media and tunica intima. But elastic and muscular component are less prominent. Smooth muscle layer are used to contract and dilate the vein to accommodate the change in blood volume. So both you can see already large section, medium section. What is the difference between this vein and artery? So tunica intima and adventitia are more prominent. Adventitia of the vein is thicker than the media. Internal and external elastic lamina are difficult to distinguish, mainly in small vein. No clear distinction between the tunica intima, media and adventitia. Now umbilical arteries. So umbilical artery, thick muscular wall, arranged in two layers, inner longitudinal, outer circular. Elastic lamina may be or may not be present. An umbilical vein wall is thinner than the accompanies artery. Here you can see this section of this placental artery. It looks like a vein and placental vein looks like a artery. So this connective tissue, this name is given this Wharton Jellis. These are the connective tissue or embryonic connective tissue. So placental artery, it looks like a vein and placenta vein looks like artery. Now applied aspect. So applied aspect related to the blood vessels. First varicose vein, atherosclerosis, aneurysm, angioma, glomus tumor, vena puncture and vena section. So this one the different applied related anatomy, clinical aspect of this histology. So atherosclerotic lesion develop primary in the tunica intima of the large elastic artery following the endothelial injury, which led to the endothelial dysfunction and the formation of this atheromatous plaque, which is the main risk factor of this myocardial infarction. Now chronic hypertension, it also this more than 140 to 90 mmHg with the pressure overload on the cardiac muscles leading to the left ventricular hypertrophy. In small muscular artery and the arterial lumen size is reduced because of this both concentration and the hyperplasia of the smooth muscles in the tunica media. Thereby there is a increase the vascular resistance. Varicose vein This one are the permanently dilated and the tortuous superficial vein. You can see this varicose vein. This one are the dilated and tortuosity of this vein. So here there is a permanently dilated and tortuous superficial vein of the lower extremity, especially the long saphenous vein and its tributaries. About 10 to 12% of this general population develop the varicose vein of the lower legs, with the peak incidence in the 4th to 5th decade of the life. Adult females are affected more commonly than the male, especially during the pregnancy. This is attributed to the venous stasis. So this indicate the varicose vein. The accumulation of this blood in the vein of the leg in people who stand for the longer time due to the black flow of this blood, superficial vein become dilated and tortuous. Long saphenous vein of the lower limb is most commonly affected. So name is given the venous vein. So venous lymphatic edema. It may lead to this lymphatic edema. Venous hemorrhage. This one are the clinical portal hypertension. So vena puncture and venesection for the transfusion of the blood fluid. Arterial puncture is done in case of the severe dehydration, vein collapse in burnt patient. In pediatric case, veins are very thin and the small in dead body to preserve. So venous section, here you can see this section. Then you can open the vein, example great saphenous vein, and large plenty of this fluid may be introduced through this venous section. In venipuncture, there is only this puncturing the vein. Ease of the saphenous vein, deep fascia, and here there is a great saphenous vein or the femoral vein, it may get punctures and there is a introduction of this needle to further plenty of this. So this clinical condition name is given this vena puncture. Now anastomosis. So what is the anastomosis? So it is nothing but arteriovenous anastomosis. There is a part of this body, small artery and the vein are concentrated by the direct channel. This continuous arteriovenous anastomosis, this channel may straight or the coil. Their wall have a thick muscular coat and is supply the sympathetic nerve. When anastomotic are the pattern, blood is short circulated from the artery to the vein, very little blood pressure through the capillary bed. So this condition name is given the anastomosis. Arteriovenous anastomosis in the skin help in regulating the body temperature by increasing the blood flow through the capillary in warm weather, decreasing in the cold weather to prevent the heat loss. So this one are the main function of this anastomosis. So non-functional anastomosis, here there is a blockage of this vessel, so there is a ischemic necrosis occur. In anatomical end artery, here there is no chances to anastomosis if there is a end artery. So end artery is one which is not anastomosis with neck bleeding at the end artery. Example, central artery of this retina. This one at the end artery, if there is any blockage, it may lead to this blindness. So this one are the main function of this anastomosis. Example, central artery of retina, central branch of the cerebral artery, vasa recta of this mesentery, splenic artery, artery of the kidney, lung, metaphysis of the long bone, they all are the end artery. So here there is a occlusion of end artery lead to the serious nutritional disturbance, resulting in death of this tissue. So it is very important for the anastomosis. So anastomosis, there is a arteriovenous anastomosis, blood passing through the capillary to artery to venules. So here there is arteriovenous shunt, and here there is a sphincter relaxation. So arteries, blood passing through the capillary, in arteriovenous anastomosis or the shunt. So blood is directly connected to the venules. So this one are the anastomosis. Arteriovenous anastomosis in the skin help in regulating the blood pressure. So in this condition, anastomosis, there is a Many parts of this body, small artery and the vein are connected by direct channel that contain arteriovenous anastomosis. This channel may be straight or the coiled. Their wall have a thick muscular cord that is richly supplied with sympathetic nerve. When the anastomosis are patent, blood is short circulated flow from the artery to the vein, so that very little blood pass through the capillary bed. However, when the muscles in the wall of this anastomosis channel contract, its lumen is occlude, so that the all blood now pass through the capillary. Arteriovenous anastomosis are the found in skin of the nose, lip, fingertip, external ear, mucous membrane of the alimentary canals, nose and the erectile tissue of the penis and clitoris. They are also seen in tongue, thyroid and sympathetic ganglion. In some region where the arteriovenous anastomosis of the special kind, the vessels taking part in the anastomotic are from the round bunch cover the connective tissue. This structure is called the glomus. So this one are the anastomosis. So hemorrhage, bleeding in this cause of this oozing of this blood, artery hemorrhage cause the shunting of the blood. So spurting of the blood in artery hemorrhage and the pooling of the blood in venous hemorrhage. Atherosclerosis, age-related changes seen in middle age, thickening of the intima of the artery due to the increase in collagen and the lipid. Atheromatous plaque separate from the wall, can occlude the lumen, coronary embolism, lead to myocardial infarction or attack. It can involve pulmonary vessels or the cerebral vessels. Atherosclerosis, there is a pathological condition, hardening of the artery, age-related changes, progressive generation, generalized degenerative disorder of the wall, seen after the middle age, patch accumulation of the lipid fibrous tissue, macrophage in intima, if affected, coronary heart attack due to the myocardial infarction and cerebral arterial stroke. Here you can see this normal artery. This one I got the lumen of this artery, tunica intima, so subintimal layer, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. But within this lumen there is a fatty streak are present, so there is a decrease the size of this lumen. So this one are the name is given this sclerosis. So form cells, accumulation of the smooth muscles, cholesterol and the other lipid, thrombose and fibrous cap. It may lead to there is a mature plaque. Here there is a repuncture plaque with the thrombose formation. So stage in development of this atheromatous. So sometimes there is a dilatation of this lumen of this wall of this artery, name is given this aneurysm. Sometimes this thinning of this wall, it may lead to this rupture, then may be lead to the severe hemorrhage. So dissecting secular in the fusiform type of this bruises may accumulate by the pain and swelling, but they often asymptomatic, they are severe preceding factor. This one are the type of this aneurysm. Now heart. So heart has a three-layer epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. Here you can see this diagram. This one are the endocardium, this one are the heart wall, this one are the pericardium, and here there is a centrally there is a myocardium or the cardiac muscles. So heart is a muscular organ that pumps the blood throughout the blood vessels to various parts of this body by repeated rhythmic contraction. So what is the structures? It has a three-layer in the wall of this heart. Innermost layer is called the endocardium. This one are the innermost layer. Name is given this endocardium. It corresponds to the tunica intima of the blood vessels. It consists of the layer of this endothelium that rests on a thin layer of the delicate connective tissue. Outside this, there is a thicker subendothelial layer of the connective tissue. The main thickness of the wall of the heart is formed by the thick layer of this cardiac muscles or the myocardium. This one are the middle coat. Cardiac muscles or the myocardium. The external surface of the myocardium is covered by the epicardium. So this one are the external surface of the myocardium. This layer name is given this epicardium. So visceral layer of the serous pericardium or the epicardium. So epicardium are the external covering part of this external surface of this myocardium. So it consists of the layer of the connective tissue that is covered on the free surface by a layer of these flattened mesothelial cells. So this one are the heart. So cardiac muscle already you can see in the histology of these muscles. There is a branching pattern, centrally nucleus, and there is interconnected. This one are the character features of this cardiac muscle. So interconnected is nucleus are singly and centrally placed. This one are the diagnosis of the muscles or the cardiac muscles. Thrombin formation due to the atheroma, there may be open up by the stent. Blocked coronary artery may be replaced by the graft. Here you can see this stent inside the coronary artery. So there is dilation of this artery itself. Sometimes there is a graft between the ascending aorta and right coronary artery. If there is a bypassing the blocked coronary artery. Sometimes there is a coronary arterial block, there may require the graft. So myocardial ischemia, it is nothing but there is a necrosis of this wall of this heart if there is any plaque within this coronary artery. So left suppliant artery, there is internal memory artery, it is the grafting. Here there is a block in the artery, interventricular artery. Block in right coronary artery, here there is a grafting by the saphenous venous graft. So coronary artery bypass graft using either venous or the arterial graft. So that sometimes there is a pacemaker is introduced. Blood vessels can be examined in the retina by the ophthalmoscope, especially in case of the diabetes and the hypertension. Nutrition through the right subclavian vein. So applied anatomy, angina pectoralis, myocardial infarction, coronary angiography, coronary balloon angioplasty, and coronary artery bypass grafting are the applied anatomy related to the heart. In blood vessels regulate the blood pressures. Cells of this blood are the importance for the immunity. Development gaseous exchange for the blood coagulation. Blood can be transport bacteria, virus, toxin. It can transport the drugs to treat the disease. So here there is a complete the class of this histology of this cardiovascular system. Any question? Okay, thank you.